Good morning to all in the Marmy Army. We are over halfway. It is week 27. What a great week it was last week, and a big thanks to Rich. Really enjoyed running with him. This week, you're just on your lonesome with me. Think of this as an Origins episode. This program has come quite a long way since its humble beginnings when I used to go to places of history, do a poem, do a bit of chat, talk about running. Now all of a sudden we're singing Freed from Desire in a West Country accent, talking about fashion and visiting a place I don't live in. How we got there, I don't know. But don't think for even 1 second that I'm drying up on content. Of course I'm not. My diary is chock full throughout the summer, throughout the autumn, with races and guests and challenges, all of which will be really exciting and all of which will culminate in my Christmas special in the Broadway half marathon. And on that bombshell, I wasn't going to go there this week. I was going to give Broadway a bit of a rest. I'm starting to feel like it's becoming a little tired, that the viewers are getting a little sick of it. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, it got too late last night, and there's quite a lot going on there this week. So let's, maybe for the final time, just pay a little visit to beautiful Broadway. First up, just a quick win. This one is very visual. It says, "Hi all, can anyone recommend a mobile hairdresser, please? Thanks in advance." I'll just a quick win here. I've just gone with, "Your memoji suggests this isn't an urgent request." Sent that, didn't get any likes, obviously, didn't get any replies, then panicked, thought that actually the person in the cartoon might be a woman, and deleted it straight away. Next one up. This is another one, admin-wise in Broadway. It says, "Bus number 1. I hear Stagecoach are taking over the route in 2 weeks' time. Anyone heard anything more?" We've had a load of responses, and I've just added my thoughts. I said, this is concerning. Although many of our highways are better lit these days, I'd still feel pretty vulnerable getting a stagecoach home from work. Again, no likes, no replies. And then just one concerning one, actually. There always is one concerning one on the Broadway notice board. There's a lovely tree. It's right in the heart of the village, and it's nicknamed locally, to us locals, as the Tree of Light, not that far from where I live. And the trust, the Broadway Trust, has received a request to reduce the height and breadth of the Tree of Light, picture there, because it shades the setting sunlight. And they're seeking advice from specialist tree surgeons. They've asked people to share their views. Well, you share your views, you better be ready for some views. Let me tell you, it has gone off. Unless there is significant benefit to the tree for a tree surgeon to trim, chop or lop, then it should be left alone. It's a beautiful tree. It's a beautiful tree that doesn't need to be hacked. Unless it's diseased, dying, or causing significant risk to the public, then why on earth would you countenance doing such a thing? I just like the use of the word countenance. I've just thrown in this, which I just thought was both succinct and just beautiful in its delivery. Leave it alone! I thought it was hilarious. And that has been borne out by the fact that I've now actually got 3 laughter likes that have gone with it. So I think it's gone down pretty well in Broadway.
Now look, people have asked me seriously, have said like, it would be quite interesting if you did an episode where you stopped messing about and you talked about running and how to get into it and how you got into it and tips and all that sort of stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. Here are my top tips for starting to run. Number 1, first thing, seems fairly obvious, decide to do it. I am going to do this. I think a lot of what puts people off is the fact that people expect to be good at something straight away. And of course you're not going to be. But no one owns running. Yeah, people say, I'm a runner, nothing special. Running's just fast walking, essentially. Everyone can do it. It's just your perception of what's good and what's bad. And the beauty of it is that there's no one out here at the moment this morning to tell me that I'm doing it wrong. I probably am. No one to tell me that I should be going faster, should be going slower. No one to tell me what music to listen to. Commit to it, say you're going to do it. Point number 2. If you want to run with a friend, brilliant, do it. Lots of people like doing that. Safety in numbers. It's starting to make it exciting. It makes it sociable, but have an open relationship, right? There's always going to be one of you who is going to be keener, who is maybe going to be a bit more committed to it. And the beauty of running is you go when you can go. You go when you haven't eaten. You go when you get up in the morning. You go when you want to go. And that's the beautiful freedom of running. If you're waiting on a phone call or a text, or I might be available, I might not be, that's fine. Go running with a friend, but just be aware, be open. You can go running behind their back without thinking that you're cheating on them, okay? I will be forever grateful to my close friend John, who started me off running, and I'll be forever grateful for him for that. We stopped running together after about 3 times, but he didn't hold it against me. I just used to hide behind post boxes and used to tell my wife I wasn't in. Standard cowardice. Number 3, get a route and start with a route. It might be quite boring, but a route that you can manage. I don't know, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, whatever you can do. Stick to that route and do it about 10 times. Right, don't change, but you can measure how good or not you are getting, and do it 10 times, and I swear you will feel the benefit. On that 10th time, it'll hurt a little less, you'll go a little less, you'll go a little faster, and you will get a real boost and sense of self-esteem. Point number 4. Enter an event. Sounds really scary, sounds like a dreadful thing to do, but pick it carefully. 10k, half marathon, pick it with a decent amount of time for you to sort of train and gear up towards it, but pick an event. There is nothing that motivates you and gives you a back out, no way clause than entering an event. And then our next point number 5, is tell everyone. Be a proper nose about it. Post it all over your snap vines, your Instagram, whatever. Again, what you're building up is the resistance that says you can't back out. If you really, really need that motivation, then run for a charity. Goodness me. I can't run. You've got to run if you could put your neck on the line for a charity. So do it. Absolutely. Number 6. Invest in some decent gear. Now look, you don't have to spend a huge amount, but equally, get yourself something that you feel comfortable in, that you're not embarrassed in, you know? And here's a tip for you. A lot of people when they're running think, oh my God, safety. I've seen people do this. I've got to look like a building contractor and buy fluorescent clothes. You really, really don't have to. There are different ways to stay safe. Buy yourself a pair of yellow or orange shorts, for example. Buy yourself a brightly coloured pair of socks. And don't think that you've got to truss yourself up with some sort of elaborate lighting rig. Makes you look like a highlighter pen in a papoose. Don't do it. My next tip is for you to drive out to some nice places. Run where you feel safe. If you don't feel safe, don't run there. You'll be thinking about it all the way around and you'll ruin your run. Don't feel like you've got to leave your front door all the time that the neighbours watch, you know? She's at it again, Darren. Oh, look at the state of it. Who does she think she is? Get in your car, keep your dignity, and you can do it that way. But really, go to some beautiful places, like I am this morning. This is the Shrewley Tunnel. Now, the Shrewley Tunnel is around about 400 metres long and was built in 1799 and was opened when the Grand Union Canal opened. And I'll take you up there. The towpath stops and we go through a tunnel and we join the tunnel at the other end. It is the longest footpath canal tunnel in the UK. And I'm going to take, God, I've taken you to some good places. Aqueducts, Baddesley, Clinton, and now the Shrewley Tunnel. I was shown this place, funnily enough, by a friend of mine, a lovely Turkish man who offered to show me his tunnel. And, you know, I accepted, but took a friend. You would do, wouldn't you, to be honest with you? You can't trust everybody these days. But here I go. I'm going to run up and through the Shrewley Tunnel. But here we are. This is class. 396 metres, there you go. Make a liar of me. Must have been feet that I was talking about. Quite a long way down, to be honest with you, but the good thing about me, I'm really good with heights. Right, let's get up the Shrewley tunnel, shall we? We're about to go in. Safety lies that way. And I'm like one of those old Victorian guys, aren't I? You know, a canal worker, a docker, hey? Chewing on a woodbine, tipping up half my wage and spending the rest at the pub. That sort of thing. But it's actually quite weird. And all of a sudden, I feel very alone. I hope Vecna's not in here. Get me out. But buy yourself some of those bone conducting headphones, you know, the ones that let you listen to birdsong, sound of traffic, and cat calls from men in cars. Number 9, don't listen to your chimp. Be really stubborn. If it's hammering it down or if it's freezing, my mantra was, genuinely, I'll go 1 mile further then. If it's going to rain, I'll go further. If it's going to be cold, I'll go out for longer. Like the rush of energy and satisfaction that you get is unbelievable. And look, you know, I'm out here now at around about 7 o'clock in the morning. And it's morning. That's a reward. Hello, mate. Oh, sorry, pal. And I'm out here now at 7 o'clock in the morning. I've got a beagle chasing me. There he is. 2 swans, a beagle chasing me, and look at that. What a great time to be alive. Like your dog. Oh, what a lovely dog. Morning. My final point, and it's really, really important. I think sometimes people with busy lives think it's the ultimate act of selfishness to take some time out for yourself. But honestly, look, I'm up at 7 o'clock this morning to come out here to do this. And to be honest, I think it's the least selfish thing that I can do for my family is to get out here and go running, keep myself fit, keep myself relatively wired up. Morning. You like much in there today?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, quality. Well done. A few bream. These breams go on when it's cold outside. Every second of the night, I live another life. Here I am, Rosie and Jim, down at the Hatton locks. Now, I don't know whether you can see, the Hatton locks stretch back in that direction. There are 21 of them, and they go around about 2.5 miles in the distance towards Warwick. And again, they were opened by King George in 1799 when this whole stretch of Grand Union Canal opened. And they were called a stairway to heaven because they sort of obviously incline like stairs. But the canal workers who worked down here used to have to walk all the way back up to Camp Hill in Birmingham to go and get their pay at the end of every week. Hence why it was known as the stairway to heaven. Hatton Arms just behind me and over my shoulder. Duck interrupts me down there. Little git. Look, I've made a bit of a dreadful error here actually, because I've been merrily running downhill through the Hatton locks. I think I've got 1 to go. I've just realised that to get back to where I was, I've got to run all the way up, which will be like a training run. And I'm halfway now to my half marathon. So I shall run back in the other direction through the Shrewley tunnel and back towards home. And I guess on this beautiful Sunday morning, it's left with little more for me to say than like, subscribe, do whatever. And the track of the day this morning, well, this time it's dedicated to a young marmer, a young man who never fails to bellow morning at me wherever we both are, but who I had a little sing-song on the gate with the other day, and the track is, of course, Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. I'll see you next week.